on now.
Good now.
Let's hear from the
We're
manager.
catching our breath.
You know, a lot of statements and a lot of rhetoric was just thrown around. Phrases like realistic cuts, a joke, new ways, business as usual, excessive spending, not good faith. I'm going to make every possible effort I can to restrain from engaging in personal debate or personalizing these issues. However, a couple of things I do want to say. First of all, the township budget is not a mystery. It's not even that complicated to understand. And I just passed out to the audience, and I'm going to pass out to council, the entire township budget. And in the township budget, listing every department, but removing my recommendations and leaving the last column vacant. And all I've done in this sheet, if any of you have it in the audience, is remove those things that council is not interested in cutting or that can't legally be cut. And the mayor's saying, let's get 5% below 2008. Well, whether we start from 2009 or 2010, wherever we start, it doesn't matter. Getting a 5% reduction is more than $3 million, whatever the starting point is. So the question becomes, here it is, everybody. This is everybody in this room has it. Every council member has it. And all you have to do is go to each item and point. If you don't like what the department heads and I said, tell us what your thoughts are. It is so dishonest and disingenuous for anyone to say that there is an easy way to do this.
No one ever said there was an easy way to do anything.
I didn't interrupt you. Excuse me. You know, as President Obama said 3 weeks ago in his speech in Missouri, there are no miracles. There are only hard choices. And the premise of all of the premises of the remarks that have been made are false premises. And that's why it sounds nice, it's nice words, but they're false premises. For example, let's say you said, let's cut the federal budget just a little bit, $10 billion. Well, you know what? In the federal budget, that's nothing. Federal budget's about $1 trillion. Of course, $10 billion is nothing. But then if you said, all of that $10 billion has to come from New Jersey, wait a minute, now it's a whole different story, isn't it? That $10 billion cut would devastate New Jersey. And I have a council sitting up here saying, you know, there's a total of $175 million if you look on the back of this sheet here, what I've called on this sheet, voodoo budgeting. There's total taxes in this town of it's not hard, folks, it's easy to follow. There's $175 million in taxes in this town. But we're being told, oh, you can't touch the Board of Education, take them off the table. Well, that's $101 million off the table. We can't touch the county freeholders decide that. That's $29 million off the table. We now have $130 million off the table.
I am going to interrupt you because we don't need a lecture. We don't need a lecture about this thing.
I know you don't want it, but you need it.
No.
Why would you be afraid to hear what I have to say?
I'm not afraid to hear what you want to say. The lecture we got is in here, and the reason
cut me off.
I'd like to hear the manager finish.
The reason why I'm saying this is that this budget has the cuts in here which are purposely made so that we can throw it in the trash, and that's what we're going to do. That's the reason these budgets. There are no.
That is exactly what you asked for. You asked for all departments reduced by 5% below 2008, and I'm saying right now, I'll sit here all night. Let's redo it exactly the way you want it.
So what you're saying is there are no other than the choices that you gave us. There are no other choices. These are the next best choices. I gave you what you asked for. This is the fourth time I gave you what you asked for. No. What we asked for is a serious effort to look at the budget and deliver to the residents of Montclair the most responsible budget with that level.
Mayor, you're selling snake oil. You ignore the fact that we've already cut 50 jobs from the township. You ignore everything. You insult every department head here. You insult every employee here who's been working hard before you got to save money.
What you're doing is you're trying to pit the workers of this town against the council or the majority of council, and that is irresponsible, and you know it.
And what are you doing? What would you call what you're doing?
I am asking
Don't you have a responsibility? If you say the budget has excessive spending, if you say the budget has waste, if you say the budget has fat, if you say the budget can be cut before 5% below, don't you have a moral and civic responsibility to show us where? And here's fill it out.